Imagine this, you're sat on your couch and you're just planning to eat a few potato chips, but next thing you know, the whole bag's empty and you're stuck wondering how this could have happened again for the third time this week. It makes sense that you don't want to eat too many potato chips because that might cause you to gain weight when you didn't intend to. And it makes sense that you would want to maintain a healthy weight because there are a number of benefits. For instance, increased energy levels, protection from chronic illnesses such as heart disease and diabetes, and also improved back health and decreased joint pain. And we've all heard that to maintain a healthy weight, all we have to do is diet and exercise. Just watch what you eat and work out, and you should be good to go. I think, though, it has to be more complicated than that, because if it was as easy as saying diet and exercise, why is it that over 5 million Canadians are suffering from the effects of obesity? I think there are a number of factors at play, but one of the ones I want to focus on is oversized portions. And I think the fact that we're eating too much is driven by 3 different things. For one, we're biologically inclined to eat larger quantities of sweet and savory foods. 2, eating larger portion sizes is kind of ingrained into our lifestyle and culture. And 3, I think businesses and restaurants can exploit these susceptibilities to turn a profit. So to start, we're biologically programmed to eat as much as possible. In humans' evolutionary past, we lived at a time of scarcity, and so we evolved adaptations that made us prefer energy-rich foods and also have a tendency to seek these foods out. And that was critical for our survival. Fast forward to today's environment, we live in the opposite circumstance where we have an overabundance of energy-rich foods that are really easy to access. However, we have the same adaptations from that time of scarcity. And so what ends up happening is that we eat more than we probably need to survive. In addition, we've been socialized to accept modern day portion sizes. So think to Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas dinner where you sit down and you're ready to feast on 20 different dishes. You know for yourself that you probably shouldn't be eating that much, but you do it anyway. And it's fair that you do because you want to engage in that tradition with your friends and family and celebrate the holiday as you do every year. So you do end up eating a little bit more, but you kind of have to if you want to connect with those in your social circle. For many, food is also a source of comfort, and through classical conditioning, we associate certain energy-rich foods with positive memories. That means that in times of stress, food can be used as a coping mechanism rather than for dietary need, and it's used for its positive psychological effects instead. Of course, when you're stressed, the last thing you're thinking about is portion sizes, so you might end up eating more in that way too. I think large portion sizes allow companies to make big profits at the cost of our health. Add-ons like appetizers and sides and desserts allow restaurants to capitalize with little nutritional benefit in return. So when you're at a restaurant, you might order these extra things for a few different reasons. Maybe you just want to have a better restaurant experience, or you think you're going to get better value for your money if you get a deal. And that's fair, but once that food is brought in front of you, that's when problems start to arise. In a study by Wansing et al. In 2005, it was found that visual cues tended to increase food consumption. So now that that food's in front of you, even though you might have had other intentions, like to save it for later or to just leave it, you end up eating more than you need to, or more than you intended to. I think that understanding how much food you really need can direct your choices. Whether that's at a restaurant or during Thanksgiving dinner. That being said, sticking to correct portion sizes is not easy, and even the most diligent individual is going to fall prey to underlying biology, cues from society, and marketing tactics. I think that governments and corporations should be held more accountable for painting a more accurate picture of how much food we really need to be eating, and we need to stop blaming individuals for their weight issues when they and all of us have biology and society working against us.